Hello everyone, it's me again, Inda Melinda Sari, Registered Migration Agent of ONEderland Consulting. I hope everyone is safe and sound as always. Please click the subscribe button and keep up to date about Australian visa information with us. Being a migrant myself, I have a special understanding of the specific requirements involved in Australian immigration visa, especially when you are the graduated student and currently looking for potential opportunities for you to gain more work experience or simply spend more time in Australia. Today's video will be your guide of general information about temporary graduate visa, or known as a Subclass 485 visa. Generally speaking, this visa could be your next step after you graduated from your study in Australia. And we'll be happy to give you the main highlights that will be your guide for today's video on Subclass 485 or temporary graduate visa, and this includes general information and requirements, the graduate visa streams, how long the processing times of this visa, and obviously the cost of the visa application. Now let's dive into the first key points. General information and requirements of the temporary graduate visa. So what is Subclass 485 visa? This is a temporary visa that allows you as an international student to live, study and work after you have finished your studies. Yes, this is more like an additional visa that can be your good options to stay and upgrade your skills by finding a work and continue your previous work in Australia after your study. The general requirements of the temporary graduate visa require you to apply for this visa while in Australia, be under 50 years old, be an eligible student visa holder, have a successfully completed a qualification in a registered course of pre-course, and meet the 2-year study requirement, meet the English skill requirement, and provide your skill assessment from assessing authority if it's needed. These basic requirements also required for every streams that included in the temporary graduate visa. Now let's move to the next part. The temporary graduate visa stream. This visa has 2 different streams. Each stream has its own purpose and slightly different requirements. And I'm sure that you're wondering what exactly differentiates the streams. Sit tight because now I will explain it to you. As stated before, the temporary graduate visa is divided by 4 streams that is specified for specific graduates. First, graduate work stream visa, which is for international students whose course and courses must have resulted in a degree of diploma or trade qualification in Australia. Second, the post-study work stream visa is for you who is an international student that have completed a minimum of a bachelor degree. Third, the second post-study work stream is an extension or continuation of the first post-study work stream. This is for those who complete a degree from an Australian institution and live in a regional area. Fourth, the replacement stream is for you as a current or former temporary graduate visa holders that were affected by the COVID-19 travel restrictions and as a result lost time on your original visa. And for your friendly reminder, this stream is only available for a temporary period of time. If you're wondering which stream suits you the best, grab your phone now and dial our number to get in touch with our consultant. They will give you a free initial assessment in regards to the 485 visa. Another important thing to note is that the processing times different for each stream might only be around 6 months, which is relatively short and not considered a long period. Let's move to the third part, which is processing times of temporary graduate visa. The temporary graduate visa processing times is divided for each streams, including the graduate work visa stream with 1 until 77 days to process, post-study work stream with 6 days until 3 months to process. Meanwhile, the processing time for second post-study work stream and replacement stream are not specified by the Department of Home Affairs at the moment. The Subclass 485 visa is considered as one of those visas with short period of processing times. And now, let's move on to the most important question in your mind. Yes, we will provide you with the information about the costs to apply for this visa, which is divided into cost for the main applicant and cost for the dependent. Alright, so the visa application fee for the Subclass 485 visa is 1,895 Australian dollars for you if you are the main applicant, 950 Australian dollars for your dependent such as family or partner over 18 years old, and 475 Australian dollars for your dependent under 18 years old. This cost is for all streams under the Subclass 485 visa except the second post-study work stream. The visa application fee for the second post-study work stream of the Subclass 485 visa is 745 Australian dollars for you as the main applicant, 375 Australian dollars for you as a dependent over 18 years old, and 190 Australian dollars for your dependent under 18 years old. You must note that the visa costs might change in July every year, so make sure you keep yourself updated with the costs and regulation by following our social media. The various costs outlined before pertain to additional applicants who are considered dependent when you apply for the temporary graduate visa. Note that you can only bring your wife or children under 18 as dependents on your 485 visa application. So far, are you wondering what's the benefits of applying for this visa? Specifically, can this visa be your pathway to permanent resident in Australia? The answer is yes. This visa also presents an option for exploring further opportunities for migrating to Australia or even becoming a permanent resident in the country. But let me kindly remind you that this visa does not offer a direct pathway to Australian permanent residency. You are still required to lodge a working visa or maybe a skilled visa before your Subclass 485 visa expired. But don't you worry, the 485 visa will still benefit you as the 485 visa provides you a longer stay period so you can enrich yourself with work experience while preparing yourself for the next working visa or skilled visa. While we are talking about the longest stay period that you will get with this visa, I've got some good news to share. That is from July this year, the eligible graduates who hold or will apply for a temporary graduate visa holder will get their extended stay for 2 years. Regarding this news, this might give you the opportunities to be able to gain valuable work experience and contribute to Australia's workforce needs. This will be increasing your permanent resident individual points and widen your range to meet potential sponsor. Indeed, you get those 2 years for extending stay if your visa is under post-study work stream. And based on the calculations, you're possible to get the extended up to 6 years. Shouldn't it be a good opportunity for you? Also, the comprehensive information about this news has been compiled in our other videos, which you can access and review here. It's important to do your research and seek professional advice to ensure you meet all the necessary criteria. If you do have more questions related to these visa issues regarding to expand your career in Australia, find the answers of your questions with us, ONEderland Consulting. We also assure that if you need assistance, whether you just need some advice or want us to organize and submit the application, you can find our contact details in the description of this video and pinned in the comments. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media to get the most updated and complete information in relation to any kind of Australia visas. If you are this person who's graduated in Australia and wondering what to do next, we will be your guide of general information of Subclass 485 or temporary graduate visa. Thank you for watching, and I'm Namanda Sari from ONEderland Consulting. See you in another challenge.